It's all about the chocolate. I'm Dave, and you're watching Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Hey, everybody. As it stated in the beginning, we're going to Willy Wonka's place. Yeah, how are we going to do that? So we'll talk about Willy Wonka. What are we going to use today? It's going to be a fairly quick shave today. Use a razor that I don't use very much, and that's a Gillette New, or better yet, an Otto Roth New. Gillette purchased this company from Otto Roth. This was a very nice gift more than 10 years ago from a good friend of mine, John Tabor, known as the Monkey on the Shaving Cadre. And speaking of the Shaving Cadre, www.theshavingcadre.com. Please come and visit us. We'd certainly appreciate it. And Drinks and Daves tonight at 6 p.m. Need to make a note. On yesterday's video, we're starting to do a giveaway, and it's going to last for 30 days. I see that a lot of people already got into it, talking about James Bond and the James Bond movies. But make absolutely sure, because it's part of the contest, to go over to Drinks and Daves on YouTube and subscribe. You do need to have both of those components in to be eligible for the prize. So please do that as well, and join us tonight at 6 p.m., where we're just going to talk about stuff. I think we're going to make it dealer's choice, so we'll have questions from the audience and everything else. Okay, P-Beat, I believe, and if I got the subscriber wrong, I'm sorry, but I think P-Beat made a suggestion yesterday, is because with the Imaginarium, there are things that, I'm trying to run out of. And he said, hey, how about something about chocolate? And I said, ha, I can do that. So Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory is what comes to mind. Can't use the music, it's copywritten, and the other covers are horrible. So just, the song. Da 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 da. So you know the song. Anyhow, what are we using today? Well, this is one of CBL's. That's right, CBL Soaps. Don't forget to go see him over there, as well as all the people that are down in the description section. Please do. This is the old label, and they weren't waterproof back in the day. And this is called Chocolate Chip. And literally, this smells on the face and in the tub like chocolate chip cookies, baking the warm chocolate chip that you love. I don't even know if he still has this anymore, but it's wonderful. To match the chocolate feel of the brush, we're using a Doug Corn D7 with a TGN Finest, and it's kind of a root beer color, but today it's chocolate. And then for the aftershave today, I do not have the Montiel Chocolate Greedy EDP. However, Chris over at CBL Soaps did make an aftershave called Chocolate Greedy. And this has got a very deep milk chocolate vibe. Like if you were to open up a package of Lily's chocolate chips, that's what it smells like. So that's what we're going for today. We'll go ahead and get loaded up here. So I hope everybody's doing good for a Tuesday, or in my case, my Sunday. This soap starts out kind of a brownish color, obviously. I've had this soap for years, and so it kind of forms into a tan, but typical of CBL soaps, it just lathers wonderfully. So I've got the nice pasty proto lather ready. And like I said, normally I have this ready beforehand, but since this is going to be a pretty quick DE shave, we'll do that today. So again, hope everybody's doing well for a Tuesday. Now, I do have to be somewhat careful with this soap. And I'm not sure if there's cinnamon in this soap or not. But when Chris made these flavors, I'm not sure if he had to add a little bit of cinnamon to give that warmth. This is a soap that I use normally in the winter months, but it's, it was in the high 40s this morning today, so it's perfect for that. But just that smell of warm chocolate chip cookies is just absolutely incredible. So I hope P-Beat, this satisfies your Willy Wonka thing. So let's talk about Willy Wonka. Actually, the soap on the face has kind of the color of a Wendy's Frosty a little bit. Well, let's talk about Willy Wonka. To me, there is only one. There's been 3 movies made, I believe. Or one is in process. I can't remember. But to me, the Gene Wilder version, although I'm a Johnny Depp fan, the Gene Wilder version, I think, is the best one. It's, most of us saw it when we were kids. Sadly, most of the people that were in the movie are no longer with us. And actually, Charlie actually became a veterinarian. That was his only movie, and he became a vet. So interesting in that. But it's just a wonderful movie. And it's, some people like, it's either you like it or you hate it, but everybody knows it. The Johnny Depp version was a little too dark to me. I think that was because Danny Elfman, and most of the Danny Elfman collaborations with Johnny Depp make him seem kind of crazy, and so I didn't like that. So, okay, let's get started. This has got a brand new Persona blade in it, and this is a Gillette long comb, open comb, the Gillette new, basically. Super smooth razor. I've thought about having it restored, but it's a user grade. So hopefully next Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday will be the shootout between the Gillette Fat Boy and the Blackland Osprey. I did get notification through Blackland today that they're hoping to have them shipping this week, toward the end of the week, I believe. So it may not be this weekend, it may be the following weekend. But it did say that the razors were going to go out based on when they were ordered. And when the orders were available, I finished my buying at exactly 12:03. So I would assume that I was one of the first ones. Although on the Shaving Cadre forum, DE Man, his was also 12:03. So we'll see. But that'll be a nice shootout between the Fat Boy and the Osprey to see who's reigning supreme. And I'm going to try to do. One of my subscribers also mentioned, instead of trying to start at the same level on each razor, because they may have some different variances, I am going to start probably one side of my face on level 1 on both sides. Then the second pass will be mid-level. And then the third pass will be at the highest level. And then with each razor, so half and half on each razor for all 3 passes. And then the second day will be where it feels comfortable. And that's when I will do a 7 on each one, because that's what I do on the Fat Boy. And see how that compares. And so I'll do the 7 on the Fat Boy, and then probably do the 7 on the Osprey the following day. And then we'll kind of, and we may go for 2 weekends just to give them both a fair shake, but we'll see. Looks like I got a little bit of an angry follicle there. I noticed that yesterday after my straight shave. So I think I may have caught that. Open combs you can catch yourself with. Even though they're very smooth razors, you can still catch yourself when you're complacent. This soap does evolve as you're shaving. So the fragrances that come out, like I said, the initial fragrance is out of the baking cookie. And then on the second pass, you start getting more of the chocolate, but you also get the flour, the cookie itself. And like right now with, if you put the cookies, depending on how you like your chocolate chip cookies, if you like your chocolate chip cookies soft and chewy, the initial is what you're going to get with the baking. As the shave evolves, however, though, it becomes like if you take those cookies, and I like mine a little bit crisper, a little bit burnt on the underside, so it gives you that almost that caramel crunch and char. But if you take those cookies, and the ones that I talk about are the Pillsbury ones, you know, the little ones where you just have to have a quick fix of a chocolate chip cookie, and you put those in the refrigerator or the freezer, and then you get that baking spice flavor and that flour. That's kind of what it is now, but still with the chocolate. Chris did come out with another chocolate soap, and I can't remember. It's a very deep, dark chocolate, and I've got it somewhere. I'm just not sure where it's at because I had to dig through the soap locker to find this one. I've got a dedicated shelf for all the soaps that I have of Chris's, including a lot of the beta stuff, because obviously we're partners along with Chad at the Shaving Cadre. So a lot of times Chad and I get beta tested for stuff that Chris is going to come out with. And those I've got archived in soap locker number 2 down there. That was a brand new Persona, and I probably should have been just a little bit nicer, but I'm not even going to need any cleanup today for that one. So let's see what the alum says. Nothing except for that one little follicle that's decided to be a rebel. But that was my fault from yesterday because I didn't leave it alone like an idiot. Okay, we'll get cleaned up here real quick and go over everything again. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the Imaginarium this week. If I do not have the razor, the Osprey, by next week, we'll probably do 3 more days of Imaginarium shaves, and then the following week we'll do that. And if that's the case and I get it at the beginning of the week, I'll probably do some trial runs on it just to see, or I may not, just so you guys can experience it at the same time I am. Oh, just a wonderful shave. So again, don't forget to get in the Pink Floyd giveaway, or I'm sorry, the Pink Floyd giveaway. We already did that. The James Bond giveaway. And don't forget, go subscribe at Drinks and Dave's, because that's part of it. Not only do you put in your favorite James Bond character and movie and who you'd like to see play James Bond, but also part of the rules, so to speak, are to sign up at Drinks and Dave's. We'd certainly appreciate it. Okay, I thought long and hard about what witch hazel to use, and the lemon, no, the orange, no. So again, Thayer's lavender, because lavender and chocolate, yeah, they kind of go together. Yeah. And even post-shave, you're getting that chocolate, that warm chocolate chip cookie. It's just, and it's, I mean, you know, to me, Chris knocked this one out of the park because, you know, think about it. I mean, where would you think that you could get a shaving soap and an aftershave to smell like chocolate chips? It's wonderful. Okay, all we're doing is aftershave today and some talc and then probably a little bit more aftershave. So again, we're using CBL Chocolate Greedy. Now, as I said earlier, Montiel came out with Chocolate Greedy, which is an EDP, I believe. I do not have it yet. I do want to get it. It's been in my cart for years. I've just never gotten it. But this is really, really nice. And this almost has, you know, now that I think about it, it's got that milk chocolate vibe. It smells like a chocolate chip cookie, but I'm getting some graham cracker. So you could argue that this could be a little bit like a s'more. Oh, yeah. But really, just, and it develops. I mean, I can feel the warmth in it, and it's just, oh, it's tremendous. One thing I would recommend though is don't go outside and go where any bees are, because the bees are going to love this. But seriously, right now, just the fragrance coming off is like you're walking through a bakery, a huge bakery, 70,000 square feet, and all you're smelling is baking chocolate chip cookies. And oh, just absolutely fantastic. We're going to soften that a little bit. We're going to be using Yardley Classic today. And then we'll put a little bit more of that on as an EDP. But like I said, I've got to be careful using this because I have a sensitivity to cinnamon in soaps and baking spice type stuff. And I've got to be real careful. This one I can get away with shaving every once in a while. The other one that's another favorite of mine is La Poire Française, which is like a warm apple, or excuse me, a warm pear cobbler. That lights me up too. This isn't so bad as long as I'm sparing with it. So anyway, folks, that's a shave for the day. We didn't talk much about Willy Wonka other than the fact that it was a chocolate factory, and that's kind of what inspired this shave. So I hope everybody has a wonderful remainder of the week. I certainly appreciate all your support. We're sitting at about 11:12, shooting to 1200. We'll have another giveaway then. And plus, again, don't forget we're having our Drinks and Daves giveaway. Sign up on yesterday's video, but then part of that is to go over and subscribe at Drinks and Daves, and we'll verify that before we do the giveaway. And I believe Nurse Dave's Shaving World is also going to do something very similar because we're partners in Drinks and Daves. Join us tonight at 6 o'clock. We'd certainly appreciate it. And if not, we'll see you again next Sunday, folks, for Barber Dave's Shaves and Such. Take care.